Hi guys, it's Will, and welcome to the Geek Zone. I'm doing a quick video, well not a quick video, this is going to be a while, of the EA press conference. I'm going to do the same for Microsoft, and I'm going to do the same for Bethesda, because Microsoft nailed it. I think that Microsoft nailed it. So far, so good. Microsoft, good job. Fucking, you brought it home. You brought back what E3 is meant to be. I was really jazzed about this year's E3. EA missed the fucking point completely, and Bethesda, it was disappointment after disappointment for me, and then there was a little bit of hype, and then there was, they did Fallout 76, and we'll get onto that with my Fallout 76 video and my E3 press conference video for Bethesda, so stay tuned for those, but I'm going to start with EA, start at the beginning, right? So, if we just hit play, you can see they're going for their games, they're going for their library of what they've done so far, so good. And they open up with this. Now, these look cool to me and you, but everyone else doesn't see this. And I have no idea what they see. But this is not what they see. Don't get me wrong, if you were on the stage and you saw this, it would freaking freak out. But yeah, so it's a little bit of Anthem for us. And you have the intro here. I think she did a pretty good job. She tried to take EA from the corporate mega people they are to a little bit more down to sort of Ubisoft kind of thing. I think they did a good job. I think she was very good spoken and stuff like that. She was a great speaker. Maybe a little bit fake, but hey, it's E3. There's always going to be a little bit of fake. And I'd rather have this than a big corporate dude on stage, which we do get a little bit later.
There is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited? Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
Okay, so we start off with some Battlefield 5. Jazzed for this. Not going to be able to play it because I'm having a baby on the 9th of October, so boo-hoo. But while I'm sleep deprived and fucked, you guys can enjoy it. It looks really good. If you go over Jack Fragg's video, I'll link in the description below. You can see some actual gameplay, because this is not gameplay. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I'm really excited for what they've done for it. I might play it 6 months after release, a year after release or something. I'll eventually get around to playing it. Vibe has told me I have to play the single players of Battlefield 1. I suppose I'll have to download that massive game just to play the single players, because I like the first single multiplayer of it, but I like the Battlefield 4 more. I like the modern setting in World War 2 more. It didn't feel like World War 1. But anyway, we'll get back onto the conference.
We've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works.
The controversy about that trailer was so freaking stupid.
So today, we'll show you more gameplay and what
World War 1 had blimps in it, for God's sake. Like, and there were women in World War 2, okay? Have you met the French resistance? Probably not. They're not alive anymore.
Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be
they do some really cool stuff. This stuff here, awesome. If you can shoot that while it moves, even better. Like, this is great. Look at that. That's just awesome.
Well, You can't really hide
Though I
from
feel
the
like it's gonna
tanks
cause
anymore as they
problems
come
with the
chasing
balance
you forward,
between
as they break through those
vehicle
buildings.
and non-vehicle
You will now be
players.
able to customize your soldiers,
Tanks
your
just running
vehicles,
people over
and
in
your
houses
weapons.
and stuff like
Not
that.
only
So
for the gameplay, but for
it depends on the full damage.
that
If you can
part
jump out the
of
windows, top
portrayal of the
floor
same.
window when a tank comes on, and then it smashes through the house as you're
Tip of
leaping
the
out the window.
iceberg in
One,
Battlefield
awesome,
5.
cool
You're
moment.
going to see a
Two,
lot more
if you
in-game
take full damage or a
here
lot of
at
full
EA
damage from
Play
that, what's the
from our
point?
community.
You might as well just get
So,
shot in the
let's talk about
face
our
straight away,
single player in War
and then
Story.
die. So you might as well just not do the full damage, or you might as well just not jump out the window at that point.
We want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about what you will see is really those moments of human heroism.
I mean, this is pretty much them
This is
saying,
witnessing
"Come see us at
the
Xbox for the
wars,
single player
arms,
stuff,
and
but here's a
men
little bit of the
and women
multiplayer
shape
stuff."
the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey
Yeah,
to the second
it's the
world.
similar sort of graphics as Battlefield 1 with enhanced
premium
bits and
pass.
pieces. It looks brilliant. No premium pass, no loot boxes. Great idea. Thank you. I think they've started to learn their lesson. But
As part of that journey,
we'll get onto that a little bit later on
you'll
with
get
it,
something
Battlefield,
I know
Battlefront
all
2
you
stuff.
have
But
been asking for.
yeah, this is
It's
so
Royale.
this is so stupid.
It's
I like Royale. I like Royale. That's next to the much guy. I like Fortnite. I like PUBG. But
we bring those pillars of Battlefield with
I don't know.
distraction,
There's two things about it.
gameplay,
One,
vehicles,
Battle Royale.
into the
More Battle Royale.
experience.
Okay, whatever.
So
If they have it
we
as
will bring you
another
experience
multiplayer
that
mode,
you
like they're
haven't
saying,
played before.
same as Call of Duty.
In
If you don't like Battle Royale, you don't have to
Battlefield
play it.
or
But I suppose it is just another
But-
option
More about that later this year.
for multiplayer.
So with that,
So
it's
yeah,
time to show
I mean,
you what makes Battlefield
yeah, screw it.
so special.
Put Battle Royale in
The
your
unmatched
games.
intensity
Don't
of
charge us
the
for it.
multiplayer
Stick it as a
stuff.
multiplayer option.
This time,
So
it's even
it's just
more
more
epic.
options for you to play. If you don't like
Fighting
Battle Royale,
across
you don't have to play it. If you
multiple
love Battle Royale, it's another take on it.
welcome
So
to your next Battlefield
yeah,
experience.
go ahead.
And
This is how I want
your
Battle
first
Royale
look
done
at
more
Battle
than
Operations.
a game just about
This time,
Battle Royale. That's just me
even
personally. I
featuring
get bored of it pretty
music.
quick. But I like the takes and stuff that are going on it, and I think adding it as a multiplayer game mode is a great idea of doing it. Means that if I'm bored of Battle Royale, I can just go back to the normal multiplayer stuff, and if I love Battle Royale, then I can just keep smashing it out. So that's good. Having vehicles and stuff on it, that's a really cool idea. Jump in a plane, do a firing run, take out like 5 guys. Yeah, could be interesting. Change up the dynamic a little bit with a lot of vehicles. Again, I believe this is all in-game footage as well. I believe that this is actually how the game's going to look. Like this bit here and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. And there's so much going on. Look at that tank combat as it smashes through the building. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm a massive Spitfire fan. Having a little bit of a jizz over the World War II planes. I know they're not Spitfires, by the way. They had German insignias on them. But well, they probably like... I don't actually know. I'm really rusty on World War II planes. But so far, I think this is a little bit showing a single player here. But so far, it's not a strong start, but it's a reasonably good start. Let's jump straight into it. Let's go straight for the battlefield. Let's bring it home. I don't think they showed off enough. I am just going to skip the football stuff. I'm just going to say a quick thing. There are people out there like my brother who are obsessed with NBA, with Madden, with this FIFA games. They love them. He's all he ever plays. And he is very good at it. It's a very skillful game to play. I'm putting that out there now. I don't care. And people like my brother who really do care about this, don't watch E3. My brother isn't up at 2 o'clock in the morning watching the Bethesda conference. Like, he doesn't care that much, alright? So he just wants it out. He just wants to play it. They're not here watching E3 with us for this. So I feel like all the sports stuff is, one, they feel like they have to, and two, I think it's more shareholders. This is what we've done with the new one. I personally think that they diverted too much time of the conference to sport, and I'll get onto that when it happens. Okay, so we're just going to skip forward a lot of this because I'm really not that bothered about the football stuff or the Madden stuff, the NBA stuff. Alright, so we have the corporate guy come out, so we're just going to go to the corporate. I want to say a few things.
Playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rested.
He's a good talker. I think he
World
brings
Cup
across the
and so
message.
much
It just
other
feels so
references
corporate.
we
He feels so
do.
corporate.
We
I'm not a massive fan of him. He just doesn't bring off this vibe for me. I feel like EA needs to have a figurehead that is more of a Ubisoft CEO or a more of a public figure like PlayStation's Phil Spencer, a Ubisoft's guy. Like, this guy just spills corporate shill for me, or corporate figurehead, and I feel like the Ubisoft CEO, the guy who runs Phil Spencer, doesn't feel like that, and I feel like that's what EA need right now. They need to be more grounded. They need to be more connected, or at least they don't have to, but they need to feel like that more to bring my confidence back to them. Screw it. Make the figurehead of the company do nothing. Just be an actor, just so he can act like he makes the decisions and act like he's like one of us, and have people in the background making decisions. That would make it feel more one-to-one with us. That's a better way of doing it, I think. Anyway, cloud gaming, fuck off. I could do it. My internet's amazing. I know people with such shit internet they can't even watch a 720p YouTube video, and there's a lot more of them than me. Like, this is a bad idea. And playing a first-person shooter, no way. Titanfall 2 over cloud game, no way. Infrastructure's still not there for the majority of people. Better cloud gaming stuff and what we have. Skipping
Jedi
this.
Fallen Order.
Right, this. Let's talk about this. Right. I'm just going to pause this. Actually, I'm going to mute this down until we get to the right place. They're just about to announce something. I just spoiled it a little bit there. They fucked this up royally. Okay?
Hey, everybody.
So we're going to watch this. I'm going to comment a little bit on it.
I'm here sitting inside the crowded
And then I'll
EA
explain to you what I mean at the end.
And I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you
This is just
the
so
internet
weird.
is going wild
So
right
awkward.
I hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi
So,
Fallen Order.
For those of you who just
So
missed
kinda
it,
gives you some idea.
they just announced
Playing
a
again?
brand new Star Wars game.
So does that mean I get to
A
like
brand new
hold a lightsaber?
Jedi game.
Yes.
And at the moment, they're talking about you being a Jedi.
So Vince, you got
In a period of
anything
time
else?
where the Jedi Order
Well,
is being
it takes
slaughtered
place
by the
during
Inquisitors
dark
and by Darth
times.
Vader.
Trying to be a little vague here, but
Like-
the Jedis are being hunted, so
This
it's gonna be
sounds like a really
For
cool
all the,
concept.
like,
You're
the
on the
hardcore
run,
nerds
you're being
out there who wanna know,
slaughtered,
like, where
like you're in
the timeline,
hiding.
Like
um,
which episodes is it?
between 3
Like,
and
think of something like a reputation
Oh,
system,
right,
where if your
between
reputation
3 and
goes
4,
too
that's
high in
a
the
nice
area you're in,
time.
like Darth
Got
Vader
any-
comes and
any
fucking
other
hunts you because you
tidbits?
made too
It's
much
not a
noise.
nice-
It's a dark
Like,
time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
yeah, it's
All
so
right, So I
awkward.
think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this
So
year.
it's probably gonna get delayed.
sorry to
I'm
dash any hopes.
like we're talking a
But
year and a
now
half
that
away.
We know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Vince.
Right. So I'm gonna
great
just
to see you. Thank
go
you for
down.
stopping by the show
Right.
today.
So
we do
actually,
have
let's just pause it in total. So basically, they just announced a brand new Star Wars game in the most weird, awkward, improvised way I have ever seen. All right. To make this conference, because in my personal opinion, this conference was not great. To make this conference 10 times better, to make this conference end on an amazing note, what they should have done is they should have said, "Oh, see you later, guys," and then the music should have kicked in. And people are like, "What the fuck, Star Wars music? Is this a Battlefront 2 expansion?" And then Star Wars should have come on the screen. And people are like, "Oh, fuck, Star Wars. Yeah, fucking yes, boy. EA, what are you doing to me?" Right? And then the words underneath, "The Fallen Order," Jedi the Fallen Order, appear. And people are like, "Fuck, a new Star Wars game. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck is going on?" Right? And people are jizzing. And then, fade to black, Respawn Entertainment, fade to black, fall 2019. That would have been less clumsy, given the same information, or less information in fact. People would have been going crazy, and then Respawn could have done a couple of tweets and a bit of social media and saying, "Oh yeah, this is what it's about this, and draw more people to follow their Facebook page and their Twitter pages and stuff like this, so they build their social media background, get a little bit of hype for the conference and for EA, get a bit of goodwill there, and people would have been hyped as hell for it. Fuck yeah, new Star Wars game, hype as hell, and a new Jedi game, like hype as hell." I don't understand why they did this. And people might say, "Well, they ran out of time." Well, you know what? Cut the football stuff down. Cut the Madden stuff down. Screw it. In a minute, there's a couple of trailers that just, in my opinion, there's something in a minute, right, that hurts me. And I'll get down to it in a minute. But cut that bit out and put this. It would be 10 seconds tops. 10, 15 seconds tops. And just do that, and you would have ended with a hype piece instead of an awkward conversation with the CEO of a company.
A little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Right. This poor motherfucker. This poor motherfucker.
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront.
I drew the short sword. Sword. Straw.
So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year.
This is truth right here.
And clearly we didn't get it quite right.
Good.
So instead
Bring
of
it straight
coming
on.
out of
Sorry
the
guys,
gate
we fucked up.
sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect
You
instead.
don't really have a choice when
So from
Disney
there,
tells you to sort
we
it
added
fuck
a new
out.
hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you.
It's cool, new game modes are always cool.
The most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's
Nice.
headlined by
Nice, that's cool.
the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction.
That's cool.
So looking
New
forward a little
maps,
bit,
new people, new
this summer,
stuff, new
we will
heroes.
be
Great, awesome.
Introducing a new squad system to the game,
New
which
ships.
will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding
Nice.
a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking
Cool.
ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer
I mean,
sandbox
the
experience
background is
focused
just on a
around
constant rerun
controlling
that sounds
command
really freaking
posts
weird. Have you noticed
and
that? The background
attacking
just
and
keeps
taking out
rerunning.
capital ships.
Weird.
But
Like,
that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a
is good.
very iconic
This is
Star
good.
Wars
If you like
conflict.
Battlefront 2, you should
So
be
I'm
jazzed for
excited
this.
to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Awesome. New heroes, new settings, new enemy types,
It's only
new unit
fitting
types,
that we begin on
new
the planet
ships.
Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First,
Good.
let me introduce
This is all good. This is
the
what
most
Battlefront 2 needed, in my
powerful droid-
opinion.
The leader of the most powerful droid
Still
army
not Battlefront,
in
the original
galaxy,
Battlefront 2,
General
but,
Grievous.
anyway.
And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Awesome. 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 People like their pair up.
Finally making
Hello
their
there.
debut in Battlefront after all these years. So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Nice. Cool. Cool. This is exactly what this needed to do. This is sorry,
Team at
we
home
fucked
is
up.
extremely
Here's more
excited to be
information.
building
Here's
all
more
of these
stuff.
cool things.
Here's more game
EA
modes.
and
This,
DICE are committed
pardon me.
to
This is what they
Battlefront.
needed to do.
We had
This
a
is a
rough
strong
start, but
setting
I
for
really
Battlefront 2.
think that this game has a bright future. Thank
And
you
it could.
very much
They
for
could make it,
playing
and
the
they
game.
probably have made it
Right
into a
after
great
you sit
game.
back talking to us together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you.
No, they wouldn't.
So
So,
thank
you know
May the
what?
Force be
Stop
with
fucking
you,
us
and
over.
enjoy the rest
Thank you
of
for
the
changing your game, EA. Thank you for understanding now, EA, what we don't like and removing premium and loot boxes and stuff like that from our Battlefield 5, from our Battlefield 2, Battlefront 2, sorry. And hopefully moving forward, you can sort your shit out. A little Untwined demo here. This is cool. I'm going to skip most of this. If you've seen Untwined 1, it's an Untwined 2. The same guy comes out on stage, talks about it. It looks cool. Nice puzzle platform. It has co-op. It's gorgeous.
And more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's
So yeah,
worthy
this
of
is
success.
good. This is a nice little
And
indie
I wanna show it to
throwback. This is good.
you between you two.
There's a lot of game mode of gameplay of some co-op stuff with him and another guy on stage, which is good. Showing some gameplay stuff. That's great. Again, look, it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you have a little bit of a gameplay trailer here. They also say you don't have to play it co-op, play it single player. If you like the Unravel 1, I haven't personally played it, you're probably going to like Unravel 2. It looks like a really good continuation of the game.
Coldwood, the game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep.
That is a bomb. There's a drop the mic moment, right? People don't like waiting for the games they love, right? Which is one of the reasons why I think like the Star Wars announcement is so awkward. You know what? If it's going to be out full next year, announce it E3 next year. Hey guys, you only have to wait like 6 months. Awesome. Do a Bethesda with Fallout 5. Do a Bethesda with Fallout 76. Like, good job. Good job. People don't want to wait. If you're a lover and a fan of Unraveled, then you can go and play it right now. That's great. That's awesome.
And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well.
A little bit of an upweight on a way out, coming on the Game Awards from the creator. If you don't know, basically the creator of the Way Out turned around and screamed down the mic, "Fuck the Oscars" at the Game Awards. It was hilarious. It became a meme very quickly. Yeah, he gave quite a lot of publicity for. I think the guy's great. The guy's just so passionate about how he believes in the gaming industry in general. He's a cool guy. I like him a
So
lot.
stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and
More indie
important
stuff.
message.
Personally, I don't feel like he needs to introduce this. Sorry, he doesn't know the game. He didn't make the game. He probably has very little little involvement in the game apart from here's some money. Get him off the stage quicker, guys. We've got another indie game. Here it is. Leave. She comes on. She's the passion. Look at her.
Thank you, Patrick.
She's probably been crying, the poor soul.
I still remember.
Imagine as an indie developer, EA turning around to you and saying, "Here's a lot of money. Make the game you want to make. Make like Unraveled, like The Way Out, and come to E3 and show it off."
A little bit the same right now. I'm pretty
It's the same as the Unraveled last year.
A little too
Or a couple of
excited.
years ago. I'm not sure. Can't remember 100%. This is great. This is that what I was talking about earlier about bringing like a one-to-one relationship with the fan base and with the player base, being a little bit more genuine. No, not being big corporate people. This is what she is, and this is brilliant. She's, look, guys, here's the truth about my game. Here's what we feel. This is why we made the game.
To actually becoming a part of EA Originals is
She does talk a little bit, so I'm going to skip forward a little bit. And she talks about the feel of the game and why they made it and what they think.
It's not a made-up story, even though.
She says some stuff which is quite funny, like it's not a made-up story, even though it's a fantasy saying kind of thing. It's fantastical. I can't remember the word.
Those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger. Some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive.
So far throughout the conference, we've seen sort of Battlefield 5, which is a good start. We've seen Battlefront 2, which is a sort of a confession. So okay. We've seen a lot of football stuff so far. We're not bothered by it. It's pretty meh. I was feeling quite bored at the moment. Unraveled was a game I'm not interested in. Then they showed this. And one thing that instantly struck me is art style is actually gorgeous. It instantly brought me in, and it's sort of creepy at the same time. And the animations were really, really nice and fluid. And I'm like, fuck me, this is interesting. What the hell is this? What is this? Big ass monsters? What the hell is that? Like, this drew me in. This was one of the most exciting things I think we saw, in my opinion. It drew me in. It made me excited. It was something I'm like, this is intriguing as hell. I kind of want to have a look at this. The art style is gorgeous, in my opinion. And from what she was saying before, it's an interesting kind of concept, an interesting thought behind it. So I think they nailed it on that. Right, this is more NBA stuff. Again, something my brother would like. I'm not bothered. If you like NBA, it's a continuation of this. This is Madden stuff. Where this, in my opinion, was just so handled poorly. They brought on a guy who won the World Championships of the Madden EA esports scene, right? Good job, mate. It's probably took you a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of practice. I understand. I get it. I love esports, right?
Wow, okay.
But
So the key to be the number one player in Madden.
they brought him on stage and they talked a bit. It was really boring. Why the hell do you need a bag when you're doing a press conference? I don't know, but whatever. It's cool. They showed off the trophy. They did a good job, mate. Congratulations. But he's a little shit. He is constantly in people's faces throughout the trailer. He's constantly saying, some guy comes up, gives him a handshake. He's like, "Nah, fuck you, man. You beat me." I'm like, no, man. That's not sort of. He's a bit of a douche. And then he talks about how he had a choice between going to his graduation and playing his dream, which is fine. And he decided to go for the dream, which is fine. But here's the main thing about it, right? Is he doesn't say, "I went and chased my dream. I went and grabbed that trophy. I went to grab the top position in that tournament." Right? He turns around and goes, "I chased that money." There you go. And it's just I feel like I don't want my kids to see this because they'll be like, "I want to chase that money." Like,
How has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
yeah, I personally don't like this part as well. I thought it was handled pretty poorly. But anyway, it's Madden. Not many people care. This is not what you're watching the video for. Oh god.
The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win.
So far they don't tell us what this game is. They just say, "Oh, we're going to shoutcast something,"
Unit automatically moves.
which is they're going to commentate over something. Because you guys don't know who shoutcast does. And they show us this, and you're like, "Okay."
In the center of the map.
And they say it's a mobile game, and you're like, "Okay, what the hell is this?" Okay, control points. Yeah, right. Now, a bit of background on this while they talk about this is I'm a massive RTS fan. I grew up with RTS. My dad played RTS, Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, everything, right? All across the board. StarCraft, Warcraft. I'm obsessed with RTS, right?
Side of the room, if you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
In Control comes out. I love In Control. He's a great streamer. He's hilarious. They brought him on stage. I'm like, fuck me. And then I saw that sign. Now let's just pause it here and go back a couple of seconds.
Cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Because this upset me greatly. They've just been talking about a mobile game. We've been like, oh, here comes another mobile game. And then they have this logo here. This is a Command and Conquer Tiberian, sort of the Tiberian type of Command and Conquer, like Command and Conquer, Tiberian Wars, that kind of Tiberian Sun, that one, yeah, right. Some of my favourite Command and Conquer games in existence, some of my favourite RTS games in existence. They've just been talking about a mobile game, and they have the GDI, which is one of the factions in Command and Conquer, symbol there. And I'm like, they fucking didn't. They fucking didn't. And if you skip, they introduce his opponent on, and the guy comes out, and he said, "There's a nod sign, which is the other faction in Command and Conquer." And then they shoutcast a little mobile game.
Halfway now, Gold Zone, True Zone's in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
This upset me so much. Don't get me wrong, it actually looks like a cool little game, but for me, and a lot of people probably aren't going to be bothered, but it's just my video, so I'm talking about it, is they have turned one of my favourite childhood franchises, something that if they hadn't drove it into the ground and then stamped on it several times, I probably would have had like posters and tattoos and whatever. This is my childhood right now, and they have turned it into a mobile game, and they have slowly just driven my franchise into the ground. And it's upset me. It's really upset me. I was like, this is my franchise, this is my baby, and now they've turned it into a mobile game. And I'm not saying mobile games are bad. I'm saying they definitely have their place in the world. But
Nick Knight is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
But yeah, this is my childhood right here, and they've turned it into a tiny little mobile game. They turned this massive franchise into this. It upset me. It really did. And In Control wins. He came to me. I love In Control. He's hilarious. Go check him out, guys. Command and Conquer Rob. And then they show a trailer of it. Yes, they show a trailer of this, and it's cool. Like, but then we've seen the game, and you know what? Go pick it up. Go play it. It's cool. It looks cool. But as a fan of the franchise, nah, I'm alright, thanks, mate.
That the games are fun. When you play and what devices you play on.
So they give off a little bit of a. He gives off a little bit of a speech here, and I feel like he was trying to say we all need to play on the same. Basically, what he's trying to say is we all play on the same playing field. We all play. We need to be equal. And I feel like he's trying to say sorry about selling power in our video games. We're really sorry. We're not going to do it anymore. Now, when I went back to this corporate shell, he is like high and mighty, not on the same level as the gamers kind of thing. This is, I think, is a great example for it. He should have just said sorry. Stop with the corporate PR bullshit and just turn around, because it's going to make me a lot more respectful of EA than, and probably a lot of other people as well. I know a lot of people, if they turn around and said, look, if they had the CEO or whatever his name, touch up players, turn around and say, guys, beginning of this year, we fucked up. Battlefront 2 was a fucking controversy, and we're so sorry. We vow to you guys on stage right here, right now, at E3, that we will not do that again. We are going to move forward more respecting the gamer's time, respecting the gamer's money. We are sorry. Now, to show that we're sorry, we've taken, and shows that we're moving in the right directions, we've redid Battlefront 2's progression system. It took a lot of time and money. We've taken it out of Battlefield 5. Moving forward, you will not see that in your games anymore. And we will try and do better in the future. That would have given me a lot more respect for him than the corporate stuff he's saying right now. Then he moves on to some charity stuff, which is great. Good job, EA. Support charities, guys. They did a great job. They raised a lot of money for charity. The people, I'm hoping that the people out there who needed the money and needed the research or help got it. Brilliant.
Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good.
Yeah, no, great job. No problem with charity stuff at all. Throw money at them. EA, you've got enough of it. Throw money at charity.
Let's take a look at Anthem.
Then they show off Anthem. And I think this is meant to be their climax moment, because the whole conference at this point's been a bit meh.
And left our world in chaos. Creating.
So,
Altering.
I think this trailer's... It's not a gameplay trailer. I think it has a few little gameplay bits here and there, but I think it's mostly cinematic.
Is all that remains.
And they set the world up, I believe.
There's a storm coming.
Graphically, brilliant.
These walls can't protect us forever.
Suits look great. I'm going to Iron Man the fuck out of this. The world looks very, very interesting. And my faith in BioWare has been shaken to the core after Andromeda. Not gameplay-wise. Gameplay-wise, I thought it was brilliant. But story-wise, which is why I play BioWare games, it was shaken to the core. It just wasn't good. More of the underwater stuff, more of the flying stuff. Loved the music. At the end of the day, this isn't showing you much because it's a cinematic. But they're showing off some of the designs, some of the suits, some javelins, sorry. And this here, he looks fucking sick. Massive ass monsters, that's cool. I want massive monsters. You're going to give me a massive flying suit. I want to fly around a giant motherfucker, shooting the crap out of him. That's what I want. Cool. So, it set things up more than we know so far. Then what they did is they do like a press conference kind of thing. A bit of gameplay there, little clips of Anthem and what it is. So if you guys aren't interested in Anthem, that's all going to be it for now on. So thanks for joining and see you later. But we're gonna stick around and keep watching for the Anthem stuff.
How cool was that trailer?
Yeah, see, she comes off a little bit fake.
Times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of
I hate
you,
when
like
people
me,
say that
have
stuff.
had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're gonna do something a
So my
little
hype right now
different
wasn't
for the
there.
rest of the show, and we're gonna
I'm
take
like,
a
oh, is
deep
this gonna be
dive
another
into Anthem.
just
So I'm gonna bring
disappointment?
out some members of the BioWare team to
EA
chat
and
with us.
BioWare have
Ladies
broken me
and
too many
gentlemen, please
times.
give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard.
They're not the Mass Effect team as we are. And a lot of people have left this. So she's the lead writer. She never used to be the lead writer. I'm pretty sure the old lead writer left. Casey Hudson left BioWare, and I think he like retired or something. They brought him back for this game. Yeah, he started working on Anthem. So he started working on this amazing project. He then left the amazing project, and then they had to bring him back in. To me, that just seems a little bit thing. Casey, the lead writer, sorry, I can't. Kathleen She is the lead writer. She never used to be the lead writer. There was another guy who left because he wasn't a fan of where they were going with it, I think, or something like that. And what you have is a lead writer who was the lead writer on Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda. My number one problem with Mass Effect Andromeda was writing. They just didn't portray what Mass Effect 1 or 2 and 3 had. So her writing ability is obviously 10 times better than my own, but in my opinion, not as good as their old lead writer. What I am hoping is that he left enough material about this game, about how he wanted it done, or about what the influences he had on it, that she can bring something great out of it. Who knows? Maybe she was forced to do Andromeda and she just didn't care. So she just half-assed it. And then this, she's like, fucking yes, Anthem. I love Anthem. And she just goes amazing with it.
Today, just got a little game to show, right? Yep. It's going to be very exciting. So, Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in. And get
Right,
started with
a lot of this is just bullshit. They ask questions, they don't really answer them, right? And it's continuously this. Now, the reason I want to watch this is the gameplay stuff, right? So again, these are gameplay cinematics. They look great. Graphically, it looks amazing. This game is bloody gorgeous. There's a lot of concept art being shown. Looks great. If you guys are interested, go watch the whole thing. We are, look, there's free flying. This is all gameplay. There's free flying. It looks great. I love the concept of free flying. What I hope it hasn't led to is bland world design, where it's like, well, fuck it, they can just fly over it. But it looks gorgeous. It looks amazing. It looks very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way this looks.
What unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around
Again, more design, more stuff. A lot of the questions in the background are just complete bullshit. It's like, how do you take, what does it make to make a new IP? And then they talked about making a new IP and not the game.
So you are a free. There's the Ranger.
Oh yeah, so here they show off some of the classes.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we've built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of...
So again, gameplay, some combat stuff. This is great. Showing off the javelins. This is cool.
The Colossus is heavier,
They only show 2 of the 4.
but able to really pack in big weapons that let
This all looks great. Look at this. Boom. Graphically amazing. Gameplay-wise, very interesting.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own...
Right, yeah, they talk about some customization and stuff like this. They're going to be selling some cosmetic stuff.
But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and
Some
flying.
underwater stuff. This is great.
So
This is
interesting
cool.
Because the Slate Tones wants to know...
So this is some gameplay now.
Freelancer, time to get to work. Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby.
So yeah, it looks good. There's a nice pure gameplay, which is nice. Showing off some of the graphics, which is good.
Right. Checking out the Scar Camp some more.
Look at all the weapons. Oh, and the turrets. Better move quickly.
Again, big open worlds. Nice. Again, look, this free flying's really cool. This guy, like I was saying earlier, massive enemies. Flying underneath that laser beam there. Just dodging it, getting it out of the way. Choosing not to fight it. Going to some underwater sections, which is cool. Look, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of chopping and changing and skipping and cutting and sort of bad editing, in my opinion. I just wish they kind of played the whole mission out. Showed us some pure stuff. See, flying wherever you want, which is cool.
There's a Shaper relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
So yeah, some more gameplay stuff. Some game mechanics here. He iced a bunch of people, and then the other guy does combo move and smashes them to bits, which is cool. So some nice gameplay loops there. The amount of damage that did to that was actually hilarious.
It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
This reminds me, the voiceovers and stuff reminds me of Destiny.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Voice acting is very good though. Like moving on, different areas, different environments, and deeper into the abyss. This doesn't look like a boss arena at all. His movement is just a little bit different, a little bit quirky. I like that. It's a mage-like. Big ass motherfucking monster. Right, let's fight the motherfucking boss. And that's where the conference kind of ends. They go Anthem and fade to black. And I think the gameplay of Anthem looked interesting. I still don't think it's enough to grab me. It was very choppy, changey. I like the fact there's massive things going on. But overall, I just feel like this conference hit the mark. Their big reveal Anthem didn't show enough. I think the press conference sort of sit down with the developers, strung a lot of bullshit, didn't answer the questions properly. And the gameplay, they showed some interesting stuff. I'm intrigued now. I'm not interested. I'm not. Well, no, I am interested because that's the definition of intrigued. I am hopeful, a little worried, skeptical, but intrigued. That's what we're going to do. But overall, I think the conference was pretty lackluster. I feel like EA missed the point. I feel like they missed what the fan base want, and I don't think they know who actually watches these things. But yeah, overall, I feel like EA haven't got a lot. I think they got like Anthem and a couple of indie games, and then their football lineup over the next and Battlefield 5 over the next year or so. So yeah, it's pretty standard from from EA. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and watch out for my other videos on the Microsoft conference and the Bethesda conference. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys later. Cheers. Bye.